What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you a perfectly imperfect series video where we look at attacks where they ended up clearing, but it didn't go according to plan, thus forcing or justifying the need to adjust on the fly, which is a skill in and by itself. So that's why I like these series, and let's get started out to it with LB. So looking at LB's attack here, he's going to do a avalanche with bowlers and some complementary hogs as well. I got bowlers in the CC, and what he's going to do here is he wants to enter on the right hand side and then work entering right about here. And he's going to start. He's got about 9 seconds left on the clock, so spoiler alert, he chases the clock. But he's going to start in about 2 seconds here to put down 3 of his 4 golems. And then he's going to work them clockwise around the base. Good funnel going on, immediate aggro to the BK, and well worth it with 2 wizards behind that. Makes quick work of it, but his BK walks on him on this point because of it. Does reroute nicely, then gets the Tesla pop. I'm sorry, I gotta say this was a cleanup as well. Then a hound comes out, which really just irritates at most the BK. The wizard will work on it a little bit though, and that's going to pose a somewhat of a threat because then the pups will come out, things like that. So he's got his wizards, a good portion of his wizards reroute and go around the outside here. Meanwhile, this is where you got to pay attention to. See how he broke this camp right here? And he's about to put down one of the jumps. You can see it about to go down right here, this little ring. That is the part that didn't go according to plan. He enters right here, and given where the queen is at, she does not take the jump and stays on the outside, which isn't a great big of a concern. However, it does. He loses some DPS that he was looking at to be behind, counting on to be behind his golems and his bowlers and things like that. As we got Papa Smurf over here on the right working on the town hall. So the timing of everything is off. His queen is lucky enough that his queen engages the golems before she engages his enemy queen. She's under poison. By the time that she gets there, she's distracted by some wizards, and now he's got a fully healthy queen still that is with ability. But the problem that this poses is that the timing of everything, with the queen not behind the golems, with the complementary bowlers behind it, the timing of everything is completely off. And the golems outruns. Sometimes get distracted, and your defensive, your DPS troops, such as your wizards and your bowlers, tend to outrun them because just things are defensive structures are not going down in the timing that they should, and things like that. So, like, here's what I mean. Coming right here and pause. He's about to lose. He doesn't have any more jumps, and yet he still has these right here that you have to break through a wall or jump through in order to get to them. And that's why the clock becomes an issue here. Had his queen taken the jump, he would not have had to chase the clock as much. But I really enjoyed and respect the adjustment on the fly he had to make with this. You know, he didn't give up on his core. He didn't like lean his jump a little bit down to let his queen back in. Anyway, and risk as he loses everything but 1 wizard, which is his only thing left. To really, that queen behaves so odd. As he now he loses the other one to get to that last one, and he starts beating through here, and he's got 9 seconds left. By the time he takes down the Archer Tower. But the adjustment on the fly that he did to stick to the plan, and then being patient with some things that he had to in order to ensure that he was able to push through to get that 3. So really nice adjustment on the fly, LB. Nice job, man. Let's back out of here and let's show one more, and then we'll call it a video. We got Savage Ferdy. Savage, guess who's back? Back again. Ferdy's back. Go 3-star yo base. Whatever, it rhymes in my head. So it's a fresh hit. He's going to do a queen walk. All right, so queen walk. Yeah, I didn't even write down what he put down. A queen walk gobolo. So right here, look where he puts his queen. She's going to take this down, and then she should hit this next, then that, then step up. And then given where his loon is going for this and his wizard right here, if he breaks this structure right here, these two, he wants his queen to walk this way. Watch what happens. Queen catches up. Wizard's not fast enough to break down this structure, and that sucks her over a little bit too much. And then this structure is closer than that structure, and she walks on him. So at this point, it's not according to plan. He wanted her to walk up and go around to the left. So seeing how much, right here, seeing how he had to immediately adjust on the fly, maybe had this in plan ahead of time in case it didn't go according to plan, which is always a good thing to keep in mind. You know, when you come up with a raid strategy and you go to execute and you're like, all right, so that's what I'm going to do. A good tip to do is go over, not only memorize the attack in your head so that you know what to do when at the right times as the raid progresses, but then you go back and you think, okay, so what can go wrong? You know, like what would happen if a Tesla pops here, if there's a GB there that I didn't expect, or Black Sam that takes out my baby dragon that I planned on for funneling. You know, some things you can't always, all risk you can't mitigate, but a good idea to not only memorize the attack and then do it, but then say to yourself, how am I going to adjust on the fly if it doesn't go that route? And I'd be hard pressed to guess, and I'd be willing to guess rather, that Savage actually had that idea in mind as he sends his LaLo portion here completely backwards, because all of this, and he's fighting the sweeper, all of that would have been gone, but his adjustment on the fly, quick decision making to have that backup plan in place as he loses his queen here, but he's got a hound in front and a baby dragon that's still doing some work on the left-hand side. As long as that hound stays in front of his loons, he's absolutely fine. He's got queen up, that's freaking funny. He's got clean up minions on the top right hand working on, following behind where the hound already has traveled. So there's not very many, if not any, risk to those minions in the air cleaning up behind him. Still a fully healthy hound as his loons do split on him, but there's still enough loons behind it that he'll be okay. It's good if this hound actually busts for him, because you could use the extra cleanup troops. I think it does at the very end, just with a very fortunate circumstance here. There it goes. It should bust. There it is. So just adding more insult to injury. So really nice adjustment on the fly to quickly have a backup plan in place and then execute it flawlessly. If I didn't tell you that his queen wasn't supposed to walk the way that she was, some of you probably would have been like, that was the plan. And that's what you want to go for when you're planning for, expect the unexpected kind of deal. Really nice recovery, guys, both Lord Byron and Savage Ferdy. Once again, it's Brutus reminding you got to be better than a double, and I will check you next time.